Hi everyone. My name is Annie. I'm an avid American Idol watcher, and I figured that it was about time that I started my own blog. Starting off tonight, it was the top 10. It was obligatory Motown week type ordeal. Motown. Which everyone knows, it's our yearly introduction back into what is Motown. Motown? Is that a Justin Bieber song? Is always on Idol sort of brought back with this Motown remembrance montage, kind of like the ones that they give to the people who die at the Oscars every year. Ooh, obligatory picture of civil rights movement, Martin Luther King Jr., and then some guy who nobody recognizes wearing a newsboy cap. I understand the importance behind it, wanting to sort of educate a younger Idol audience as to what Motown Week is. I personally think it's really funny. I know the reason that they put Motown this early on is because it's probably the largest song catalog that they have access to. So 11 people, they have to find a catalog that's big enough for 11 songs. So what I'm going to do is, in performance order, tell you what I thought. Okay, so Casey started off the night, and I have to say I was horrified with what they did with his hair. An exact replica of his haircut. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. It was like a mixture between Chris Farley in the Lunch Ladyland sketch and Harvey from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Casey, for me, he gives a very Taylor Hicks vibe. Don't lie. You voted for Taylor Hicks too. He gives me this sort of like musical troll that was living in my basement for 15 years and sort of came through a time warp from the movie Labyrinth, and all of a sudden he's on my TV singing a song. There's just a weirdness about him that I really don't get. They need to tell him to stop growling. Stop growling. And I know it's your thing, Casey, but at times you sound like someone who's sitting on a train track whose leg was just severed by a speeding freight train. Casey, I'm not exactly sure. I think being in the #1 slot tonight is going to be bad for him. We'll see. Cut to Thea, Bobia, Banana, Fanophobia, Magia. That's all I think when she's on stage. And it's kind of sad because I have to entertain myself when she's performing because there's just something so boring about her. No, what? Oh, is she done? Here's something about her that really, really bothers me. Something about an Idol contestant bothers you? Tell me more! She forgot the words last week. She forgot the words again! Either she's slipping and that's just the way she sings, but she messed up the words again, and the judges didn't say anything. The thing that the song really lacked for someone like me, needed more background flames. Anyone? Bueller? That's the best part of when anyone ever sings this song. So stop forgetting your words. Needs more flames. Jacob Lusk. My sister and I lovingly have a nickname for him. We call him Lusky Stankopotamus. So from here on out, he will either be known as Lusky Stankopotamus or Whoopi Goldberg from Sister Act, because I feel like every time he sings, he's very, I'm expecting Lauryn Hill to come out and start going, Aah! He starts off saying, oh, I'm going to calm it down, I'm going to be really different. Was I the only one who didn't see anything different? I think a lot of his performance is this. There's only so much that your hands can perform that you don't. They also need to put him in a better fitting jacket. That jacket was terrible. Lauren Elena, I am so over her. Poor Lauren. It's becoming a little bit Debbie Downer. I'm half expecting her to be like, the #1 killer of cats is feline AIDS. Womp womp. Her vocal, I think, was spot on tonight. I like her performance. I have a hard time saying that. I didn't really like it. I was so worried she was going to trip down that staircase. Was I the only one? I was like, she picked up that dress, and I was like, oh, girl, don't you fall. And then part of me was like, fall, 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 fall. If I'm being honest, I wanted her to fall. I put her at number 1 based on her vocal alone. She does annoy me, but what you gonna do? Girl can sing. Stefano, ooh. When I heard his song choice, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, the David Cook fans are gonna eat him alive, aren't they? Jennifer Lopez's critique on his performance was spot on. You know, she was saying exactly what he needed to hear. Stefano's got weird phrasing. Marla, what is it me you're looking for? But she's right. He doesn't connect. He kind of just plug and chug. That's definitely the critique he needed in order to make it past, you know, the Anoop Desai, you know, 6th place finish. Oh my God, Haley Reinhart. Girl was straight like Quasimodo, like, down the staircase for the first half of that song. I have a feeling, homegirls, hasta la vista, baby. You're going home. Here's my thing with Scotty McCreery. That performance was jank in every way possible. From him sitting down to, you know, his choreography straight out of like the Clay Aiken Greases the Word genre of dancing to the sort of wacky off-pitch notes he had there towards the bottom end of the song. Scotty McCreery is case point the reason that American Idol needs a country judge on the panel, because I feel like there's no one to tell him what he's doing wrong. But none of the judges know enough about country music to give him a good country music critique. So I feel like every week they're just telling him, it's good, it's great, keep going, good stuff. Yes, Scotty, woo, country boy. When that he needs more than that to develop and grow into a better country artist. You know, the arrangement was wrong. The key was wrong. The performance was very wrong. You know, he wasn't Kenny Chesney at the Summer Music Festival. He was kind of like Paul McDonald meets, you know, drunk George Bush hopping around, and you know, that wasn't working for me either. They need to fix him before he's too broken to stop. Pia, I thought was great. I always think Pia's great. She's a very good singer. A bit boring, again, but as I told people, you know, you can fix boring. You can fix poorly dressed. You can fix last week I wore a drop crotch unisuit. But you can't fix talentless. She can sing. She can absolutely sing. So I think she's working her way up to amazing. We just have to wait for it. Paul McDonald, girl, did you really pick Tracks of My Tears? There's definitely a fine line between being ignorant about Idol song choice and not caring. Stefano and Thea seemed very ignorant about American Idol song choice. Paul just seemed like he didn't care. He was like, Adam Lambert, who's that? Singing the song anyway, doing it my style. It was exciting. It's great to see him treat every performance like it's a concert. That's great. That's what I like about him. You know who Paul McDonald is as an artist. I think he's destined for an 8th place finish. Gotta admit, I'd forgotten that Naima even existed up until she started performing. It was a very Lil Rounds, Tina Turner arm performance up until that point. But when she hit that dance move, I was entertained. I was laughing. And I was amused. And I thought her bell bottoms were heinous. But, you know, hot trendy mess. I'll vote for that. I thought James Durbin gave a very James Durbin performance. Got up there, he sang alright, he jumped around the stage, high-fived a bunch of people, you know, kind of spun around, and then it was over, and everyone thought it was great. Very much Danny Gokey trapped in Adam Lambert's vocal style. He's self-aggrandizing, which turns me off almost instantly. I don't like that he applauds himself. You know, you're not Chris Jericho. Woo! You know, you're not here to hype up the audience. You're here to sing a song and sound good. And you're not anything yet, James Durbin. So don't start acting like you are. So this has been the first episode of Annie on Idol. If you want, please, you know, follow my channel, or I don't even know what the word is for it. Subscribe to my channel. If you want, follow me on Twitter. I go by Annie, the letter L, Kozak. I always live tweet Idol and usually just about anything else. So if you like it, tell your friends, share, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.